It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Star Lotulelei in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to look deep down the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
All right, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Patrick DeMarco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Watson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to McCoy. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Detroit!
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got daylight. 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's McCoy. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
All right, now, look at 56.
Now McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Patriot!
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Reader in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are in for 6. So on 3rd down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked. Got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work. Like, what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it. And in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
Back 22.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners.
Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 30 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Allen. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground with McCoy. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Uses the spin. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. The final shot before the break, Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now Allen. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throws right side, and that's complete. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for the Bills. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now McCoy, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. That escapes the sack. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Richmond.
On 1st down, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And this is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 55 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And McCoy loses the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Reset. Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Come back. Reset.
Out of the gun, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Forced out to his left. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LeSean McCoy, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught left side Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. And now here's another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So Allen's going to look to throw. Out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Reset.
One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the